This is one of my favorite throws from college. I was under a lot of pressure here against the University of New Hampshire to throw this fade ball, and I made the decision to block from the inside, let somebody come free because they were blitzing 7. I only had 6 to protect, which I'm going to show you guys right here in slow motion. They had a 3 down front. They were bringing all 4 linebackers. I had my running back with me, so 6-man protection, pick up one of the blitzing linebackers, and as you can see here, I got hit pretty good, but delivered one of the best balls I've really ever thrown. And this was a decision that you sometimes have to make as a quarterback. Sometimes you're not going to have enough guys to block the amount of blitzers that they're bringing. And for a defense, when they're bringing the house, this is really a make or break. This can be a huge play for the defense. You hit the quarterback down, you get a sack, or you give up a big play. And they took a risk, and we made a play on it. As you can see here, all the linebackers are coming. You can see my running back pick up the number 4 here, and one linebacker or safety is coming free, gets a pretty good shot on me. I made the decision to go to my best matchup here with a tight coverage on a really good receiver and put the ball right on the numbers. And if you have a play like this, you got to take advantage.
Hey everybody, Chris here, D1Theory. Welcome to another tutorial on how to read coverages, how to pass protect, etc. within the game of football. Today we're going to be looking a little bit more into how to pass protect and how to use your knowledge as a quarterback, how to utilize that to set up a pass protection that theoretically you should be okay to throw the ball, or you should know when a blitz is coming and you can't beat a blitz, and to know when to get rid of the ball to, say, a hot route, etc. So a lot of people say that they want to install hot routes into the playbook, but if you don't really know how to use them or you don't know how to coach them, they don't really help out, right? So what is a hot route? A hot route may be, say, a quick slant, or you're getting to the flat, or he's taking one step, he's looking in, right? Or he's running an in route. Any of these things can be called hot routes, right? But when do you know how to use them, right? Why do you even have them in the playbook? You have them in the playbook because if you cannot beat a blitz with your pass protection, it's okay, you beat them with a hot route. But this is a very important point for the quarterbacks and the receivers to be on the same page. So I'm going to give you a quick intro tutorial on how to understand pass protection, how it works in general. Now again, every team has their own respective pass protection capabilities and also what they have in the playbook. So I'm going to give you a very generic idea of how I learned this, right? And then how it basically works as a quarterback. So what's really important here is to understand how many down linemen do we have, right? Down linemen. How many down defensive linemen do we have? This is a classic example of, say, a 4-3. We have 1, 2, we have 3, we have 4, okay? So here we have a situation where we have 4, I'll just write DL, 4 down linemen. Well, how many offensive people do we have to block? Well, it depends. In this pass protection, let's say we have a normal pass protection where we have 5 linemen, right? We have 5 linemen and we're saying running back, you're going out on a pass. Okay, running back is going out on a swing route. Therefore, we do not have him in pass protection. So if we don't have him, that means we got 5 people. So we got 4 defensive linemen or down linemen, and we got 5 offensive linemen, right? So theoretically, situation with the line is good. We have 5, okay, linemen to protect us, and then we have 4 defensive linemen. So we got one more than they do on the defense. So far, good to go. So is there a threat of blitz, right? Is there a threat of blitz? If there's no threat of blitz here, right, we want to tell, if you're an advanced quarterback and you get to this level, you want to be the one calling the shots, and you want to be telling the offensive line who they are going to be defending. Now here, this is pretty obvious that they should take on the 4 defensive linemen, right? And then you are going to tell them you are going to key the mic. This is something that you hear in the NFL all the time when you hear clips of quarterbacks going up to the line and saying, hey, blue 52, or white 10, or things like that, what they're doing is they are what's called keying the mic. They're setting a key to the mic linebacker, right? And they're basically, through communication, through code words, they are telling the offensive line who to block in addition to these 4 defensive linemen. So again, this is a very, very, very basic example, but we got a 4-3, and we got these 4 linemen already blocked within the scheme, and then we're going to key this linebacker, right? So what does that mean? This means that our offensive line is responsible for 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen, right? Plus the key. And that's basically how pass protection works, right? It's how I would describe pass protection is a mix of math and experience. What do I mean by that? Math is very simple. How many guys do we have defending? Hey, running back, we need you. Okay? What does that mean? 5 offensive linemen plus 1 running back equals 6. We got 6 guys on offense that are going to defend against how many people coming? Well, if we got 4 people, D linemen that we are assuming they're not copping out, they're coming, they're rushing the passer, well, that's 4. We got a blitz, that's 5. We got another blitz, that's 6. All you have to do is simple math. How many guys do you have defending against how many guys are coming? I'm not going to go into the advanced kind of schemes of how to protect everything right now. If 1 blitz is coming, 2 blitzes coming, there's also, as a good quarterback, you should know what coverages they play behind certain blitzes. Are they playing a cover 3? Are they playing a man behind a blitz? These are things that you get from film study, but also basic understanding of the game of football and how blitzes work. This is also a huge, huge advantage for you as a quarterback to be able to beat a defense. So what do I mean here? Math, I think, is pretty clear that I just said. It's how many do we have, how many do they have, and when they come, are they going to be bringing linebackers? Are they going to be bringing a safety? How many people are they coming with, right? And if we have more than they have, theoretically, we're in good shape. If we have the same number that they have, we're in good shape. If we have less than they have, that's when we got to be ready to throw our quicks. That's when we as quarterbacks accept the fact that we're setting the protection. We cannot meet, we cannot meet the number that they're bringing. We realize that, we set the protection to how we want to set it, and we understand that we're going to take a hit if we don't get rid of the ball quick. And that is why it is so imperative, so important for the for the receivers to understand their hots, for the quarterbacks to understand their hots, and know when you're not protected to get rid of that ball. Math and experience. What do I mean by experience? Experience, I mean, what do you have for an offensive line? Now, if it's a one-on-one situation, you've studied your opponent, you know the capabilities of your offensive line, are we going to be able to handle, their number 1 nose tackle, who's a beast, who's a big guy that's going to get through the line? Maybe we're going to have to double on him and things like that. That's one example. What are our capabilities of an offensive line one-on-one? What are our capabilities as a running back? Can we block well against a blitzing linebacker? Yes or no? And then experience is also not only the situation of what we have here, but experience is also, again, this is a very quick tutorial, but understanding that, if I have a choice between blitzing on the front side, if I have a choice of blocking a blitzer on the front side and on the back side, which one am I going to take, right? Which side am I going to leave free to throw the ball, and how to set things like that up? Again, if you guys are interested in that, those advanced type of setting up pass protection, things like that, this is something that D1Theory also has to offer, to go into detail about that. Experience also means, what have you seen? What have you been through with your film study, and what have you been through the last time you played this team, and what did they bring for blitzes? What did they play behind that blitz, right? And is it worth it to bring in a running back to block with 6, to block with 7 guys, right? Or are our athletes, from experience, do we have better athletes here that can win on a quick route? So these are all things that you want to think about. These are all elements that go into a football game. That's what I think is so exciting about football, is that it's not just as a quarterback getting out there and throwing bombs, right? You're the point guard, right? You're the coach. You're setting up like a chessboard, right? You're setting up for a play down the road that you may be able to make in 1, 2, 3, 4 downs, etc., right? And you want to make sure that you are able to pass, protect against a good team, because if you don't, and it's funny because a lot of quarterbacks will be watching, a lot of people that don't understand the game of football, they'll be watching a college game, NFL game, and the quarterback will just be continuing to just take hits, just take a real pounding during a game, and the comments will be, oh, this offensive line is terrible, they're letting him get hit all the time. And sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes the quarterback is the one that's at fault. The quarterback is the one that is not setting the correct pass protection. The quarterback is the one that does not understand his reads. The quarterback is the one that's not throwing the ball away. The quarterback is the one that's not running when he needs to run. So these are all factors that are advanced, right? Not for the normal viewer of a, say, high school, college football game, that they just don't understand these things. And they want to put the blame on, the easiest thing to do is on the offensive line. But if the quarterback doesn't understand how to set up a pass protection and doesn't understand the simple math and the simple experience in going into that, he's not going to get it done. So I hope this was, for you guys, informative. Again, I'm trying to pack a lot of information in these short videos just to give you guys a taste of how exciting it is to play quarterback and how much information there truly is that one needs to understand. So please give me a like, share this video with somebody who may be interested in learning more about this. And if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment.